Imagine checking into a hotel. You enter the elevator. The doors refuse to close. You press random buttons. You step out, look around, and start talking to someone who isn't there. Days later, your body is found inside a water tank on the roof, locked, unreachable, and the elevator footage is the only thing left behind. This is not a movie. This really happened. This is the Elisa Lam mystery. In 2013, a 21-year-old student named Elisa Lam disappeared inside one of the most infamous hotels in America, the Cecil Hotel, Los Angeles, a place already soaked in death, violence, and dark history. What makes this case terrifying is not just how Elisa died, it's how much of it was caught on camera and how none of it makes sense. Elisa Lam was a Canadian university student, quiet, intelligent, creative. She loved writing. She kept an online blog where she shared her thoughts, fears, and emotions openly. Elisa also struggled with bipolar disorder and depression, but she was high-functioning, aware, taking medication. In January 2013, she decided to take a solo trip across California, a journey meant for self-discovery. It would become her last. Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 26th. The Cecil was cheap, historic, and deeply disturbing. This hotel had a dark reputation long before Elisa arrived. Serial killers lived here. People jumped from its windows. Unexplained deaths stacked over decades. Locals avoided it. Elisa didn't know its history. Or maybe she did, and ignored it. Within days, hotel staff noticed something odd. Elisa was acting unusual. She was moved from a shared room because other guests complained. They said she was behaving erratically, talking strangely, leaving notes, acting paranoid. Still, nothing suggested she would vanish. On February 1st, Elisa Lam disappeared. Days later, police released elevator CCTV footage. This video would go viral worldwide and disturb millions. Elisa enters the elevator. She presses multiple buttons. The doors don't close. She leans out, looks left, looks right. She steps outside, hides in a corner. Then she comes back in. Her movements are unnatural, jerky, as if she's reacting to something we cannot see. Her hands move strangely. Her fingers twist. She gestures. It looks like she's talking to someone, but no one is there. People slowed the footage down, analyzed every frame. Some believed she was hallucinating. Others believed she was being threatened. Some saw fear. Others saw possession. 2 weeks later, guests complained. The water tasted strange. The pressure was low. The color was dark. A maintenance worker was sent to the roof. What he found ended the search. Elisa Lam's body was inside one of the water tanks, naked, decomposed, floating. The lid was closed. Here is where logic breaks. The roof was restricted. Only staff could access it. The water tanks were tall, heavy, difficult to climb. The lid was heavy. How did Elisa get inside? And more importantly, how did it close? No signs of struggle, no injuries, no assault. Autopsy ruled it an accidental drowning, but nothing about this case feels accidental. Authorities blamed a bipolar episode. They said Elisa stopped taking her medication. She became disoriented, climbed to the roof, entered the tank. But this theory has problems. People with bipolar disorder do not suddenly gain superhuman strength. They do not climb industrial tanks unnoticed. They do not close heavy lids from inside. And what about the elevator footage? Why does she act like someone is watching her? Some believe Elisa was not alone, that someone followed her, threatened her, forced her. But hotel records show no one entering the roof area, no witnesses, no evidence. Yet absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. The Cecil Hotel has a violent spiritual history. People reported shadows, voices, cold spots. Some believe Elisa encountered something non-human, something that followed her to the elevator, something that chased her to the roof, something that wanted her gone.
One of the most disturbing details, a tuberculosis test kit was named Lam Elisa. The hotel had a TB outbreak years earlier. Coincidence? Or something far stranger? The elevator video exists. We can watch her fear, but we cannot help her. We see the mystery, but never the truth. Elisa Lam did not vanish in the dark. She vanished in front of cameras, in a building full of people. And yet no one saw anything. No one heard anything. And no one can explain anything. If this was an accident, it's the strangest one ever recorded. If it was something else, then maybe some doors were never meant to open. If you want a full deep dive documentary on this case, comment below, because some mysteries refuse to stay buried.